Hello everybody, Cone Dodger here. Welcome to the November channel update. November is here. It's still hot here in Florida. Thanks for that. And I have been pretty busy. Unfortunately, for those of us that work in retail, November's not a great month. So it's already kind of started, but I've been quite busy with work and there are random shenanigans as far as scheduling goes. So I apologize for the fact that some of the series that I either intended to start or was doing and have suddenly stopped happened, but I kind of have some priority series right now that that those are the ones that I am not willing to cut. So those are the ones that have stuck around. The good news is the ones that have stuck around you guys seem to be enjoying, and that's F1, Dirt Rally, automation, and to be honest, that's kind of it for series that I'm doing weekly, regularly right now, which sucks because I would really like to do a lot more series regularly than that. iRacing, sadly, I know we're supposed to be doing the experimental season right now. That one, because it just takes so much time to both record, it takes a lot of time to practice. I just unfortunately have not had time to do that one recently. Not only that, I haven't really found anything that's free content that I was willing to do. Actually, last week I was all set to do Solstice at Mosport, I think. I still want to do a Solstice race just because it would be, a funny little tie-in because it's a Solstice, and, I drive a Solstice, even though it is a pretty slow car, because that's just a regular Solstice, no GXP or anything like that. I think it's one of the slowest cars in iRacing. But it would still be interesting, so I will try to do that probably, maybe this week, probably next week. Actually, definitely not this week. I just thought of my schedule. I have state championships and autocross this weekend. That'll be Saturday, which I will be very excited for. It's been a while since I've been in behind the wheel in autocross. I am solo driving a Miata. I've never done that, and yeah, it's going to be tough. I was kind of going into it expecting to maybe be fighting for a trophy. It's a good, well-prepared car, but yeah. It's looking like the competition is going to be quite stout. We have one guy who's local here who's always just crazy fast. He's an NMR2, an MRS. And then we have three guys apparently from the southern regions coming up who are, one of them is a national champ, I believe, and the two other ones, compete at nationals. And that is not my level. I have never come close to competing at that level, so no idea what to expect there. I like that you guys are getting like a month-by-month time-lapse of the progress of this road during my channel update. That's nice. But let's see. Let's go over some of the series we are doing. F1, I think is starting to come around. I'm getting more comfortable with it. I believe Kurt's getting more comfortable with it. You guys, I think, are still enjoying it, and some of you have kind of, I believe, well, maybe not you guys, because you guys are kind of already, you've already made the cut. You decided that you wanted to follow me. I think some of Kurt's fans are starting to accept the fact that, it's not him and Beef anymore. And it is a very different series, and I understand that. I'm not going to try and change my personality to match what Beef's was, to try and, fill that role, because it's just going to come off as cheesy, and it's not going to work at all. But, I mean, that's kind of how I am, I'm a more serious racer than I am, just a goofy presenter. And I'm not trying to rag on Beef for that. I'm not trying to rag on Beef for that. I'm just, I don't know. I mean, I loved that series with Beef and Kurt, but it was just a very different format. I actually got called out on the last episode for being mean to Kurt. No, I mean, it's just, I'm a competitive person, you put me behind the wheel, and I'm there to win. I'm there to put on a show in the race sense, not necessarily in the funny sense. although there are funny moments, you know, that just happen naturally. Yeah, I might occasionally, you know, drop a little hint of snarkiness towards Kurt's driving or something like that. But it's all in fun. I think he understands that. I think most of you understand that. But I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I think people overall, I've seen a lot more comments. You'll see me over on Kurt's video replying to comments a lot just because it's where they are. I understand that his videos get the majority of the views because not everybody does the ViewSync thing or has time to watch both of them. But yeah, I try to reply to as many of those comments as I possibly can. But yeah, I've seen a lot more positive than I have negative, so it's been encouraging. Likewise, I started doing a little bit of a head cam for Dirt Rally. That has had very positive kind of response. I think people like the fact that you can kind of see a little bit more of what's going on. I have something I want to talk about as far as Dirt Rally goes, but that's for later in the video. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go spend all of my money on this thing that I'm sitting in. So we are in the midst of the Automation fan build competition, and that's been fun. It is very time consuming, so just kind of plays right into what I was talking about with the limited time. There is, you know, there's a lot that goes on kind of behind the scenes there, setting up which cars I'm reviewing, and then I usually spend, you know, a half hour actually looking them over versus, you know, the 5 minutes that you see on camera. So it does take some time, so bear with me if other videos are kind of slow during that process, but I think everyone's excited about that build-off competition. And then kind of what I was hinting at is that I would like to maybe do a Dirt Rally competition later this month, similarly set up, where it is, you know, kind of me versus the fans, and hopefully I can maybe get Kurt involved in that too. And that is something that I really have to look into to see if it'll work. There is an online league set up in Dirt Rally. I have messed around with a little bit with say Ducks offline, or not offline, but you know, just kind of, you know, the two of us. So to see if I could get a big group together to do something like that, I think it would be cool. And you know, I would try to do it so that it was a little bit of a mix of different cars, different stages, different events. And yeah, that was kind of inspired by Challenger. And that was kind of inspired by how I think Dirt Rally is the first game that I've ever played that a lot of people that watch are also players of. So I get lots of advice, I get lots of criticism, and I think that's pretty much everyone. And I don't mean to say that as though I don't like the fact that I get criticized. That's absolutely fine, and I love that that series has so much feedback. I've been looking for that in a series for, you know, I'm actually coming up on the 3-year anniversary of starting this channel, so that's really awesome that the fan base of Dirt Rally also seems to enjoy Let's Plays of Dirt Rally. That's an uncommon thing. And I think Automation's pretty similar as well. So that's kind of what I've always been looking for, is games that the viewers are actually like interested in the game and not just the commentary. And Minecraft is kind of that way, where everybody has played Minecraft, but not everybody is currently playing Minecraft. So even if, you know, you watch the video, you're not too invested in it because you're not actively playing the game yourself. So that's why I tend to gravitate towards these games that you guys are also interested in. And speaking of coming up on 3 years of YouTube, we also just passed 3,000 subscribers, which is exciting. I don't tend to get, you know, too overly, you know, over the top excited about those kind of milestones. It's cool that we're progressing, and it's nice to see the progress the channel is making. But all I want to do is keep making good videos that people enjoy, and the channel's growth will kind of take care of itself. And it is no secret to me that the channel's recent growth is mostly thanks to Kurt's involvement with F1, and I have to give a lot of continued thanks to the developers of Automation. They have always been real keen to kind of support my channel. It's kind of a repayment for all of my support for their game, but I feel like they've done a lot more for me than I have for them. So again, I'm very, very thankful for them and their involvement with, they were even involved with this fan build-off that I didn't even tell them about. Randomly had an issue with one of the cars, and Caswell was quick to jump on trying to help me get it sorted out. So they're just really good people. So I don't think I have too much else to say for this month. I am excited for what we are going to be able to do, and then hopefully after like Thanksgiving and mostly kind of through December, hopefully I should be able to do a lot more video content, because that's the slow season for work. It means not a whole lot of money coming in, but it does mean that I'll have time to actually get some stuff done and actually maybe try some new series and some new games and stuff like that. The biggest thing I do have to mention is thank you to all of the patrons. Hey, you're in a left turn lane. Why are you turning right? But yeah, the patrons, the whole Patreon page has really taken off in the past month. I honestly don't exactly remember where the Patreon page was at the last channel update, but we're now almost to the point where we have unlocked the Cone's Garage per month, which, to clarify, is basically an extra Cone's Garage per month, where I will do a more comprehensive, like, state of the build as far as the Supercharger project goes, because, you know, that was the main push for me to start the whole Patreon thing, is that I wanted to start that project, and I wanted to be able to do video of it and bring that to you. Sorry, the sun's like in my face now on the way home, so glasses on. So unprofessional. And as we get closer to that, you know, even where we're at on Patreon, it's really already starting to help. I have been putting some money aside, some extra money aside every month now, and within this month, hopefully, actually I would say within this month definitely, we will be doing the battery relocation, which is a pretty pricey thing that was kind of holding us back. I already got the fuel pump to put in it, and that means that we have other things that we can do, like kind of get really close to finishing up the wiring. So I may have, you know, enough purchased materials to make enough Cone's Garages for the rest of the year. So that's great, and I just can't say thank you enough to you guys for, you know, pledging your support on there. It does mean a whole lot to me, and it's very encouraging. And it does mean that we had an automation stream last month. It was a little derpy because I was like very last minute. This month it's probably going to be pretty late in the month. I will probably wait until the week after Thanksgiving. So that might be like, actually it might be next week. I don't know. You'll see. Whenever I am getting ready to do that, I will post a video on YouTube saying, hey, I'm getting ready to do the monthly automation stream. So be ready for that. So with the more personal stuff, the more get to know Cone. How did the soda thing go? Very, very poorly. It was pretty good for about a week. You know, I purchased a lot of non-soda stuff to drink, and it was overall going well. But then work started getting crazy again, and I started to pick up a lot of side jobs and stuff. And whenever stress and stuff starts to like creep in, oh wait a minute, I'm not drinking soda, am I? It's just, I don't know. It's just a habit. That's how they work. I mean, the biggest thing is, and this confuses some people, look at you, Helen, because some people, soda, like carbonated drinks, really like screws with their throat. But for me, it like really soothes my throat. And whenever I'm like working hard, or, you know, doing a lot of videos, talking a lot at work, my voice gets worn out and hoarse very easy, and the carbonation of soda is like sweet relief to that. Get it? Sweet relief? It's funny. It's a pun. So yeah, I don't know. I gotta find a better substitute for that before I try that again. Are you turning? Yes, you are. I also did not get the Solstice review video done this month, which I am very disappointed in myself for not doing. Maybe this month. Actually, hopefully this month. I don't know, like I said, busy month again. So we will see. I really need a little bit of help, you know, from somebody local here to help me get that done. I don't really know anybody right now who's not like super busy and could just, you know, spend probably 4 or 5 hours driving around helping me film that. So I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully hopefully this month. Alright, well, that'll do it for this month's channel update. Thank you all for your support. The growth of the channel has been very encouraging, and thank you to everybody who is new here, might have just subscribed. Hope you're enjoying the content. I know I'm enjoying producing it, so I guess that pretty much sums it up, and I will see you next month. Alright, this is for you, Pirelli, who said, I don't think I've ever even heard the blow-off on that car. There, did you hear it? Probably not. This GoPro can't pick up that.